Okay, this is a list of all the stuff we don't like about it. Here's a little list of things we do like about it. All right? So let's get this out of the way. All right, I liked the Cyberlink way that they were supposed to have in Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, it's good to see all that.
Yeah, it's like, it didn't make it easy. Oh, sorry, I'm Mark talking shit. Okay. I liked it. I liked that Sub-Zero was fighting the characters he needs to be fighting. He was fighting Noob Saibot, Cyrax, Sector, Frost. These are all important characters to Sub-Zero, so it makes sense. I was like, yes. All right, so that was cool. I like that. I liked Shao Kahn.
Yeah, Shao Kahn came across exactly how he should come across, like fucking badass.
He was a little bit more two-dimensional too. He wasn't just like yelling at everybody. Like when he found Devora killed Melina, he was like pissed off about it.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that he cared. Like, yeah, I'm not saying he's a fully three-dimensional Thanos type of character, but you know, I'd say two-dimensional. You got something going for him that's just not like yelling and stuff. And when he was yelling, I liked the threats when he was threatening Kotal that he was on his throne. Like he just sounded so menacing and powerful. I really liked it.
Yeah, he's like, you know, sit off the throne or I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. I mean, give him a chance. It was a little weird when I'm not gonna say it. Trying to say good stuff.
Hold your tongue. Let me say one on my list.
No.
Baraka. Didn't he come across as a fucking badass in this one?
More so. I mean, I'm telling you, we've got nothing from Baraka except for being like a jobber most of the time. So him just running around killing some like NPCs in the background.
Yeah, just walking.
I'll take that. I'll take the scraps that they're going to give us. I'll take that. That's something.
Yeah, and they really showed that he was a leader of the race of the Tarkatan that time, too. Well, and on top of that, with the Tarkatan, you know, you really get to see all of them this time, not just a few in the background. You saw talking, well, the war.
Yeah, they added culture to it. Like,
and all those bodies
really
everywhere.
Language. Yeah, like.
And then when they spoke their native tongue. That was fucking cool that they did that. They went in that depth to do that with the Tarkatan.
Yeah, and I like that. I wanted more of that. I was like, dude, more of that? That's the cool part. That's the interesting part of, you know, the whole NetherRealm. I mean, a game studio. Like, I like the fantastical stuff. And then Collector, even though they didn't get to do a lot with him, at least, like, it showed him, like, it took, like, 6 people to hold him down. It's like, okay, this guy is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like Sonya were 2 Cyberlink warriors holding her back.
Man, yes. And she's still like breaking free, and they have to like grab her.
It's cool. Like Collector's got like 9 guys like holding him down, and he's still like throwing them around. Yeah. And I liked how Collector was. I liked his voice actor's design and how he was still subservient to Shao Kahn years later, even though they're kind of retconning him into the story. But I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. I like the theme song to the game. Like, and I love the way it kept coming in to the game. Like, I really like the Mortal Kombat 11 theme. I don't know if you noticed it. All right. I guess it didn't do much for you. As much as I hated Cassie beating Shinnok, at least they explained that it was only because of the green magic. And that's the only reason. Same for Johnny. I like that Cetrion, I mean, we're struggling here, but we're pushing through. I like that Cetrion could only get beat when Jax had the helmet or when she was fighting Fire God Liu Kang. She never lost to like a normal person. So at least that.
Yes.
At least the Elder God didn't lose.
Smart move, they did that.
Yeah, at least Jax didn't go punch her in the face or Sonya go kick her in the vagina or something, you know. Welcome to Earthrealm.
I got one.
Okay.
Alright, so Raiden. I love how he came across him. I love that, like, no mercy Raiden at the beginning of the game. I guess you call him Dark Raiden or Corrupted Raiden.
Oh yeah, the thing they took away from me after chapter 1. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
I know. You give us a taste of it. It's like, no, already? He came in there, beat that fucking army down, you know, and he's like, you know, he wasn't like, no, let's not do this. He just went in there and said, fuck these guys, you know. He was tired of that shit.
Yeah, well, I liked the demons in the capacity that I saw them kill a couple of soldiers, so it showed them doing something.
Man, it's like, what, 2 seconds of their entire appearance?
I mean, I mean, NetherRealm is so bad about making villains look threatening at all. Like, I'll take what I can get, you know? They did more than the Cyberlin Quay. This guy's running like that from a tank. Like, what are you? Like, you're supposed to be more enhanced than a ninja?
But I mean, don't they fly? Isn't that how they got there?
Wait, we're being mean. We're being mean again. We gotta stop.
Okay, all right.
Okay. I liked, even though I also didn't like, I'll talk about the like stuff. I liked that they kept bringing up a lot of past references that, you know, stayed with the games before.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. I can't say any more about that. There's a lot of bad stuff about it.
When Raiden had that flashback and it showed him and Liu Kang fighting through all the different...
Oh yeah, I like that part too.
Yeah.
I like that. That was cool. Like, I wanted more of that stuff. Like, bring me more of that. That was epicness. I liked that they were bringing young Scorpion back because, I mean, Hanzo Hasashi, I'm happy for you that you're getting the Link quick. I mean, there's Shirai Ryu going again and you're alive again, but it is so boring to me. I like vengeful, pissed off, Ghost Rider Ninja Scorpion.
It's Revenant, right?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I like. I like that. So they killed off the old one and just kept the new one. I like that. I thought it was cool that they brought the Mortal Kombat 9 Fire God Liu Kang into the game. That was just like a story thing from his arcade ladder from last time, so that's kind of cool. Voice acting, I mean, obviously Ronda Rousey was, you know, bullcrap.
Yeah. Hey,
Or should I say
respect to
bullshit?
Ronda Rousey.
Why am I saying bullcrap or cussing all the time? And I was scared to say shit. Bullshit. Ronda Rousey
That's
bullshit.
bullcrap, man. Ronda Rousey, good shit in UFC, but stick there, okay? Or WWE.
I like how we're giving her advice, like to no names with like 150 YouTube subscribers. Ronda Rousey, a word of advice.
All this negative self-talk. Come on, man. I told you about that.
All right. Yeah, you're right. You've been counseling me recently. Yeah, the voice acting was amazing. I really liked it. As much as I liked Shao Kahn's voice acting from Part 9, I liked this one also even more. I think the Atrocitus voice acting from Injustice 2.
Good. I like that.
I thought it was cool that Katana versus Shao Kahn, those two like kind of squaring off. I thought it was cool that they talked to each other and Shao Kahn, the stuff he was saying to her about why he did Melina. That was a little bit more depth than you got in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah.
I liked finally seeing Kotal Kahn versus Shao Kahn.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
They had some cool stuff happening in there.
Oh, I love that. When he shoved him up against that cage and that beast is about to get him. He threw him against a pillar, paralyzed him.
Yeah.
Shit out of him. I wouldn't say something negative, but...
Yeah, no. We just gotta get through this good stuff real quick. We're almost there. We only got a few more things. It's not gonna last long. All right. I like the Cabal as part of the Black Dragon. I like that more than him being like a cop.
Yes.
You know, I think they express this. Kano needs all the Black Dragon he can because every game they never have any Black Dragon members with him. You know, it's like they had Trimmer in the last game, but that wasn't in the story. Now at least, you know, they have Cabal with him. Aaron Black was a lot cooler this time. His southern accent was a lot stronger there. It wasn't so thick that it sounded like that stupid Hollywood caricature of a southern accent. It was just enough to let you know that he's from the south.
Subtle, not over the top.
As a southerner, I can tell so quickly what's a fake southern accent or so bad. Grown up, lived in the South my entire life. This is what I sound like. All right. Well, I never heard about nothing like that before. Scarlett, liked her voice actress.
Kind of whispery type.
Yeah, it was just something very mysterious. I mean, something very like I don't know, unique about it. Made her stand out a lot more. I liked that it was cool that Shiva, Cyrex, and Sector made an appearance in there. You know, I love those characters.
I was saving that for my last one because that's kind of a transition into like, I like that they're there, but there's like not much to go off after that.
It's okay, we're almost done, and you can tell all that crap. Last one, unless you got any more.
Yeah, that was it. I was going to say.
Right. They got this kind of thing where they can kill characters and get out of it, not only with the Revenant stuff, but now they can just start time over again now. So it gives them something to play around with alternate universes and multiverses and why it's happening. So I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I almost feel like that's what they're going with MK9, kind of rebooting it. But then, like, I don't know, what they gonna fuck it up again. So, all right, so we already fucked it up, so let's reboot it now.
My last good thing to say about it, I finish it off. I guess that's kind of cool. That was one of my compliments of the game.
Like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. Well, think about this. Who has been resurrected more than anybody?
Okay.
I don't know. Like, there's characters have come back from the dead. Characters have been revenants. Characters have come from alternate timelines. Characters have come back from the past. Like, there's so many ways they brought back characters so far. Like, I mean, I want to see like what else. How else are you gonna bring back a character? We actually cloned him. No, they've done clones. Shao Kahn.
That's what Melina is, right?
Well, yeah, they could do that. But they're also, when you killed Shao Kahn, and it's like, oh, they killed Shao Kahn in Deadly Alliance. Like, no, that was his clone.
Oh, is that what that was? I didn't know that about that game.
Yeah, or like,
Clone.
that's why he's in like Armageddon in the GameCube version of Deception. And then Shinnok is supposedly alive because his clone was running and fighting in Armageddon.
So there's a clone of a fallen elder god?
Yeah, I don't. So they've done clones too? Alright. So, now, time for the stuff I didn't like. So, that whole ending they did with the game with the reverse time throws away the entire story. All these big supposed milestones of Baraka, the Tarkatan leave their own pack. The Shao Kahn, Tarkatan, and the whatever Outworld humans are all together now. Katana is now Katana Khan. You know, young Sonya can now like young Johnny and maybe make Cassie. Doesn't matter. They just rewind and start over. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, so if you're gonna make it to where you start the whole thing, like, fuck the world up. Make this the apocalypse.
Yeah, that was my point, yeah.
Yeah.
You liked it so much last time we recorded this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna rewind time, kill everybody. Be like, how are they gonna come back from every good guy's dead? Every bad guy's dead. Like, almost nothing. The whole world's blowing up. And then like, yeah, please reverse time. We need this.
And that was the whole idea of MK9.
Yeah, the Armageddon's coming there. Like, so that's what I want. Not just like, oh, this kind of happened, that kind of happened. There was like so many unnecessary deaths that were just like weird. Like young old Scorpion dies by Devora. Devora gets away with it. Why? You're not doing anything with Devora. What's the purpose? Then here's another thing. So Sonya dies, but a wasteful death because she dies for some rocks falling on top of her.
Yes.
Who does that help? In pro wrestling, if a wrestler retires or leaves, that's not doing anything for anybody. But if you beat that wrestler on the way out with another wrestler, that wrestler looks better for doing that. So if you had Kano kill Sonya, then Kano would look like a badass. And then when Sonya comes back and kills Kano, they're both kind of neutral ground because they've both been able to kill each other, so it doesn't show like one character's way better than the other. Right. And it gets you retribution for Sonya getting revenge on Kano. Then, on top of that, let's say she killed Kano. What if the only reason she was ever in the tournament, which I think it is because of Kano? What if she killed Kano and then stopped Cassie from being born because she wouldn't have ever gone to the tournament, and then she wouldn't have met Johnny, and then she wouldn't have had Cassie, and then Cassie disappears, and it shows how crazy it is to mess with timelines. Now people are scared to kill each other, so it would have like a...
Man, you got your own story written for this now.
I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, I'm a writer at heart, so I'm just thinking of all these dynamics in there.
Yeah, well, when both Kanos got beat by Sonya, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, like...
And, you know, if you got all this wrestling advice, why didn't Ronda Rousey tell them this while she was there recording her voice?
She was too busy trying to like sound like an actress. I don't know. She had enough on her plate. She's doing WrestleMania and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes sense. Like, you get two Kanos beat up. What's the point? Why she's been chasing Kano for like 2 Kanos? Can you get like 5 Kanos? Maybe 5 Kanos to 1 Sonya. Is that how it works?
I saw one of them get a punch in on her once.
So. And then they're forcing Cassie down her throats again. Not as bad as the last game,
right?
But they're still forcing it. Like the first character he played, they kept talking about the green magic and stuff. She's always bringing up how she beat Shinnok. Johnny Cage's always bringing up how they beat up Shinnok. Like, they just want to like throw it in Shinnok's face. Like, we beat Shinnok. Talk shit about Shinnok. Everybody's like, oh, Shinnok's not that great of a villain. Oh yeah? Well, after seeing Chronica and Centurion, how cool do you think Shinnok is now? Shinnok's not that bad, huh? Shinnok's great. It just didn't do enough with him. He's got so much potential. He doesn't do it. Shao Kahn, what did they do with him in this game? That's the same thing they did with Shinnok. Like, they didn't let him really do anything. But he's powerful.
Yeah, that little bit he was there, he's like, God damn, Shao Kahn's a fucking badass.
Yeah, so here's another thing I understand. They have like, so they have Jackie and they have Cassie. They're trying to make Jackie happen. Quit trying to make Jackie happen. We don't want Jackie. I know you need a black female. Tanya was black at one point. You changed her ethnicity so many times. I guess she's like Egyptian now. And then Jade, I don't know, I guess she's like Middle Eastern or Hispanic now. They kept changing her back and forth.
She's changing her.
So I guess you ran out of like a character that could be black, so you had to have Jackie. I think you need a new character because all Jackie is just like a Briggs never backs down. You know, she just says like stereotypical like I guess like black sayings like what would they have in the game like oh no you didn't. they have some kind of thing that sounds like that. They didn't say that, but it was something
Not
like
that
that.
bad.
Yeah, it's like but it's just like yeah I'm the daughter of Jax. And I was like, do you have anything about your personality that doesn't have anything to do with Jax? Mm-hmm. Like she's supposed to be a Muay Thai fighter. But she has some of that fighting, but they should like double down on that, not just like
not just bullets coming out of the wrist.
And then Jackie and Cass are running around commando style, just shooting everything while running, while talking. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out of this mess or not, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then all the characters are like hiding behind.
Man, that's where I lost it with the game, right there.
It's like commando.
Both Johnny Cages, you know, running around and just running and shooting, and one of them gets little swats in the face.
Schwarzenegger, when he was just out there shooting all these guys hiding behind trees, he's just out in the open. That's what they were doing right there. And I don't know if it was intentional, but it was just Aaron Black. Aaron Black.
Yeah, Aaron Black was right there.
The number one thing Aaron Black's known for is he doesn't miss. He'll shoot off of a nickel in the air. Yet you got Sonya. Was it Sonya or Cassie was just like doing like capoeira like 2 feet in front of him, and he's like, Bob, I can't hit a shot. I mean, I don't know. As cool as you can design the characters and all that stuff, it just doesn't mean anything if they can't do shit. All right? It's like just a look, and then like Cabal, isn't that Kano's goon? I'm like, no, I don't think that's how you remember him. I think he was like rehabilitated and working for the police last time you met him. He's helping you fight Sindel. Didn't do much, but he was trying to help you fight for the good side. That was Kano's goon, wasn't it?
Goon? It's like I'm watching some Saturday morning cartoon show.
And then I gotta talk more trash about Jackie. They're trying to make it. I'm not done with her yet. I ain't done with you, not by a long shot. Let me tell you something. Jackie, they're trying to make her cool. We're gonna bring her back. I know you guys didn't like her, but we're gonna force her in the game. All right? Just learn to like her. I'm like, okay, how you gonna make us like her? Oh, this time, Jackie, she's gonna be wearing toe shoes. Vibraniums, you may call them. Like that's supposed to make her cool? Toe shoes?
But they're vibranium toe shoes.
Vibraniums, adamantium vibranium. Now...
Wait, so that's not cool in your book?
Yeah, that's not cool in my book. Another thing is, there's like, okay, as much as I love the designs of the new Netherworld team of the old Mortal Kombat, they're like, we're not going to have women wearing bathing suits. I was like, wait, why do you got the guys in them? Guys got a loincloth. Shokan, Kotal Khan, Baraka, Liu Kang shirtless, Johnny Cage is shirtless. There's even more on there. Garrus is shirtless, Jax is shirtless. There's a bunch of it. But women are dressed like they're in Sharia law. Sharia Ryu. Sharia Ryu law.
Sharia.
They're dressed like Muslims over there now. Like you see MK9 Scarlet looks like a stripper. MK11 Scarlet looks like Amelia Earhart.
Matches them. Katana, Jade.
Amelia Earhart actually landed in Outworld. That's why we found her. She's actually Scarlet. She learned blood magic. And another thing about that is like, so like our character, when you're fighting to the death, you're not gonna be fighting in a bathing suit. It's like, why wouldn't you? Have you not watched MMA? Like all the men and women, they fight in nothing. They fight in their underwear. Pro wrestling. It's like, we're not gonna fight. That's not how you fight. Oh, but you're gonna be fighting in high heels the entire time? When you're fighting to the death? You're gonna be fighting. Jackie has an alternate costume where she wears a dress and like open-toed heels.
What kind of dress?
Like she's going out to a ball. I'm like, why? That doesn't have anything to do with the story. Doesn't have anything even to do with her like arcade ladder. It's just in there. Like, why would you be fighting in that? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
joke costume, I guess.
Yeah. So why don't you put them in the skin stuff? Like, it's not like.
Once again, PC has come into our realm.
Don't talk
realm.
about my personal computer. All right. PC. That was a bad thing for MKX. Was PC. Now. I'm not saying I need skinless women in here, all right? I'm not gonna be, like in the back, but, you know, I don't see why you can't have it. I don't see why the women aren't allowed to show skin if they want to. It's just weird. I mean, their designs are good, but that's the one annoying part about their designs. All right, so that's enough. Okay, I think I'm done with Jackie now.
Okay, thank God. Let's move on.
Okay, we see, when you go to the Nether Realm, you saw some revenants, didn't you? You saw Liu Kang,
Yeah.
you saw Kung Lao,
Okay.
Katana, Jade, Cabal, Smoke,
Smoke.
aka Nimra. Did you see him? Did you see Stryker?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see Sindel, the one that made everybody a revenant? Did you see Sindel?
Did they even talk about that?
No, not even. Look, they talk about him so little. Smoke has to talk about himself. When he was in MKX, it was like, okay, Smoke, you got one line, make it mean something. I am a Nimra. Runs off. Never gets to see anything about that. Didn't do anything with the rest of MKX. Didn't say anything about it in MK11. You gotta make this dude a DLC character do something. What is that? Sindel, nothing happened.
Weird. Like, why wouldn't they be teaming up with Liu Kang?
Because we had to make room for Jackie to be in the game. We need Jackie, we need Cassie.
Well, even if they're not going to be playable characters, put them in the fucking story.
I know, it's just like you did with Sector, Cyrax, and Sheikah. I don't know, but they gotta skip 2 games in a row for some reason. Unless they're DLC.
I mean, that's another, why is Sheikah in the game? She's not like...
She'll probably be DLC. I think they're gonna have like 19 DLC characters, but that's the rumor right now. But yeah, it's just weird that they wouldn't have these characters that everybody loves in the story at all. You gotta have all this random stuff. We gotta have a whole storyline about Jax from the past, meaning his future daughter, meaning his future self that's disappointed about having a daughter in the military and wants to rewind time to where that does it. It's like, who asked for that? Who put that story in the middle of all this? Like, it's so random.
I didn't understand. Did something happen to her that he wanted to rewind time? I didn't get that part of the story.
There was a lot of story I didn't get. But
I mean, like, did she die or something?
No.
Then why is he like?
He just doesn't want her risking combat. He's like an overprotective dad or something.
That's why he did all this?
Yeah,
that's why he will. Oh my god.
It's so dumb. So the story, I'm seeing Shang Tsung's island. I'm expecting like Shang Tsung to come back, maybe Ermac's souls come back. Like no. There's no Shang Tsung. There's nothing cool in this whole story. I was thinking like, how did everybody die on Shang Tsung's island? I still don't know. Maybe I gotta play the game more. But I thought like Raiden had come down to alternate timelines with just destroying everybody, or Shang Tsung stole everybody's souls in order to fight. But there's nothing. It's just everybody's dead. There's no explanation of why Goro's dead and why all that. I guess you gotta go into the crypt further, but in the story, if you just play the straight story, it doesn't explain anything. Just everybody's dead on the island. People are hanging from nooses. And then Jackie and Jax go on a ship there, and then they go get some souls. Like and then they're like arguing about the whole Jax Briggs family line. I don't know.
Don't they run into Cabal there?
Yeah, but he just comes in and fights and just gets thrown away. Jade, Noob Saibot,
yes,
Cetrion, like it was just so random. Like it was such a weird storyline just to interject because we got so much unfinished business. We still got like, you know, the Edenians with Rain and Tanya out there. We still got a bunch of remnants we haven't talked about that don't even make an appearance. Like the Cyberlink Quays answered in like 4 fights. There's so much other stuff you get into. It was just so random to have that. Okay, they bring back the bad guys. They didn't bring back half the bad guys that were there. They brought back bad guys that weren't there from, as if we were just at the tournament. Kung Lao had just defeated the Deadly Alliance. Like, okay, you had to really make that canon that Kung Lao beat the Deadly Alliance by himself. They made everything canon. They made like Johnny Cage getting kicked in the knee by Ermac canon. I gotta get revenge for my knees. Like, you remember that little part? That's gotta be canon, like every little thing that happens. So, but then characters are coming back that weren't in the last game, a whole different designs. Cabal's just Kano's goon, but then every other thing is very specific. So some things are completely ignored. Some things are retconned and changed and added. Some things are completely specifically remembered. It's just all over the place. But anyway, they bring back all these characters from the games before. They brought in all of them, but then they didn't bring, who was also at that tournament that part, Reptile, Ermac, Kintaro, Quan Chi, Shang Tsung, I guess like Sub-Zero and Sector and Cyrax were right there, but they appeared differently.
Well, here's my thing.
There's no past Sub-Zero that appears.
Does Chronica control?
Smoke was there. What?
Does Chronica control who she?
Yeah, and then she brings the good guys back too. Like, why'd you bring the good guys? Are you trying to win?
That's true. Yeah, if she controls exactly who's going to come, why would she add them?
And everybody appeared like they were expecting to be teleported.
Yeah.
Katana with
introducing Katana.
Baraka Blades.
Baraka.
Like, that was just made for a trailer. You know that scene was made just to cut for a trailer.
Nobody just walks into it and like, what? Where am I?
Yeah. And then Outworld is so boring now. Like,
it's like you're in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's just a big desert. You remember when it used to have like the purple skies, these weird monsters flying in the background, like there's sorcerers and black holes, and everything was crazy.
It's like chaotic.
Yeah, it's like when Liu Kang, that place where Liu Kang fought Reptile in Mortal Kombat movie. It was just insane, and now it's
I remember that.
now you're just in Tatooine. All the people in the crowd are just a bunch of humans wearing like turbans and shit.
Yeah, I mean like, all the levels from MK2, you know.
I know.
Living Forest and all that shit.
Yeah, it's just really boring looking now. So they took away that. I mean, even like everywhere's a desert. Even when you go out with Kotal and Jade to go find Shao Kahn, it's just desert. When you go the Tarkatan War Camp, it's just all desert. You know, I'm like, is that what Outworld is? Like, I thought Outworld was crazy insane because you had these like powerful beings, like strong monstrosities, and I know they do have some monsters, but everybody's like this crazy powerful race and magic. It's like now it's just like, oh, it's just some desert place where they don't have guns or modern technology. They got
I didn't see any cell phone tower.
They got blood magic. Yeah, I don't know. And then they throw away Dark Raid. They lead us into thinking Dark Raid is going to be these big things. Yeah, I'm throwing that away.
It was like the very end of MKX and the beginning of MK11.
Yeah, they
got rid of them.
Yeah, they did that with Mortal Kombat X. Like, I thought Quan Chi and Shinnok were going to be a bigger deal. Like, they were part of the main story, but they weren't, like, as big a deal. They kind of, like, put that aside to do, like, Combat Kid stuff and to do, you know, the Outworld Civil War stuff, which was kind of cool, but, I mean, you can only do so many stories at once, so they all get, like, diluted. And then... I don't know, they still do the thing where every bad guy loses every fight. They have not learned anything. If you're a bad guy, you are always losing every fight.
Yeah, I mean, how are these guys much of a threat? They do we gotta stop him. Well, that shouldn't be a problem, because you know you're gonna win that fucking fight.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel movies do this, almost everything does this, but I don't know why they do. Why? Make bad guys win, and then when the good guys win, it means something. It's just like good guys are always winning. Like, as much as I talk shit about the Street Fighter story, at least you could be the bad guys, and you don't. If the bad guys win, it's part of the story. It's Mortal Kombat messes the story up because it makes you do 4 fights in a row, so they have to like force a story with 4 people to fight right there, and then you get like 10 chapters. If you're just fighting like a character wherever it made sense, and we just go back and forth, then you could make a better story, and then you could be the bad guys to where you didn't always have to make the good guys win, and then it's just working better. Like, you're forcing a story within I'm going to use 10 good guys in a row fighting 4 guys and make a story out of it. Like, you're holding yourself back from a better story.
These guys look so badass, but they don't come across after that.
No.
I mean, how old is Cassie in this? Like 22 or something? She was 18 in the last one, wasn't she?
I don't even know.
And so when you beat somebody like Cabal or Kano, I'm like, come on. I mean, does that not make sense?
I mean, we can rant all day. We only got so much more time. We gotta like get knocked through this.
Okay.
Frost, Sector, just boom. They're making the Link Way. They're gone. Frost. She looks cool. She wants to be noticed. That's all you know about her character. You don't get to find out a lot more. It's like, oh, she looks pretty cool. She's gonna be a big part of the deal. She's traveling with Chronic. No, not a big deal. And Sector, like, yeah, he gets beat twice, almost like twice in a row. He gets beat up, disabled. They bring him back with some white on him. Then he gets beat up immediately. Then they blow him up. Kano thinks he's so worthless, and instead of making any of the other Cyber Link Way explode to destroy the... It's like, no, let's make Sector blow up. We don't need him. One of my favorite characters. Shiva, she's supposed to look... Like, she didn't look anything like... Like, I wanted Shiva to be a character in the game, but after seeing that Shiva, I'm like, no, I mean, you could make your DLC, but I don't want it that bad.
Yeah, how does a male show like a Goro, Kintaro look like that, but it was female? Oh, we gotta make her look a lot more human.
Yeah, she looks like some black woman with 4 arms. She looks like a retired athlete with 4 arms. Shiva is supposed to look like a scary, hot, trans person or something. I don't know. It's supposed to look like, I don't know, like just on steroids. Looks like a WWF female pro wrestler from the 90s.
Man, go back and look at MK9 Shiva. Or MK3. Well, I know they fucked up.
Just the Outworld Civil Army is like, she brings back Shao Kahn. It's like, well, your army helped fight. It's like, what army? You brought him back without the army. You're making him have to go get his own army from Kotal Khan, then fight for you. Like, all right. And then, so, meanwhile, he's down there in like a little bug place with Devora. Killed his daughter. Kotal Khan and Jade are gonna like go get the Tarkatans on their side. Kotal Khan's idea of getting Sarkatans on his side is going into the camp, sneaking in and trying to execute them like...
Well, that was Jade's idea to go down there.
Yeah, but then Kotal Khan's like, I want to kill them. It's like, no, that's going to fuck everything up. It's like, well, I'm going to do a public execution. Like, no, that first of all, that takes time. You're getting them all like lined up, and they're going to... It's like, no, you just kill them now before everybody finds out. Like, they're just like taking their time in there, and then they're getting into a fight. Like, you realize you're on enemy territory right now. Mm-hmm. And then, Devore, how does Devore get away with just killing characters all the time? She's killed Scorpion, Baraka, Melina, never gets killed, like, but you didn't even do anything with her, so what's the purpose? She comes in, takes Shao Kahn away, then she comes in back into the inn and kills old Scorpion. That's her whole thing in the game. That's all she does.
She did a lot of big things for being there for a very short period of time.
Yeah, just killing people. Like, give it to somebody else. What I was saying, like, you could have killed a lot of characters in the end to help out with that whole storyline thing. Like, Sub-Zero, they didn't do anything with him after the Cyberlink Quay. And then if you would have had, like, a character kill Sub-Zero, it would have been like, no, you can't kill Sub-Zero, and then you'd be happy when they rewind time. And then it makes sense because they don't even do anything with Sub-Zero after that either. How about how Johnny Cage was immediately annoyed by young Johnny Cage? Like, as soon as young Johnny Cage in there, I would have to see one jetpack. Ugh, I hate myself. I'm like, can you take some time to get annoyed? Like, you already hate you. There's no arc. Like, they had like 1 second where they got along, where they were talking about like banging some girl like in high school. You remember Sidney Meyer? Hell yeah, we got it damn deep, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing to future Sonya wife. No, don't say that. And then they get in a fight. So they have young Aaron Black, but they don't have old Aaron Black. But Aaron Black never died, so he's like, you used to serve me. It's like I understand you serve the Black Dragon is a young Aaron Black, but in my timeline, you serve me. I'd be like, Aaron Black, I'd be like, but really? Because I don't see the future me serving you anywhere. Where is he if I do that? So it's just stupid. I am so glad, this is like a compliment I'll give them, but it's kind of a backhand compliment. They finally got rid of evil Liu Kang. I am tired of that. You have made Liu Kang dead in Deadly Alliance, then he was a zombie in Deception, he was a zombie in Armageddon, then you killed him again in Mortal Kombat 9. It was a cool moment, but then he was dead evil the whole game of Part 10, and then he was dead evil the whole game of 11 till the very end. Like, can we just stop with the dead evil Liu Kang? I am tired of the anti-hero. It's just like they're borrowing the whole injustice thing and throwing it in Mortal Kombat. What if the good guys are bad guys? And then good guy versions have to fight bad guy versions of themselves. So yeah, we saw that in Injustice and Injustice 2.
Not that evil Ryu copy thing.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all that. Raiden got like really mad out of nowhere. He was just like, he was level-headed, non-evil Raiden, and all of a sudden, you shut up! He had the medallion.
Oh, is that where he's about to fight Liu Kang?
Yeah, it's just like, it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like built up. It was just like that all of a sudden. He wasn't getting like slowly frustrated. He wasn't contaminated by the Jinsei. He was just like, I said shut the hell up. I'm turning this whole timeline around if you don't shut up.
It's just an anger issue.
Yeah.
That's where he had that whole flashback of all the different him and Liu Kang fighting.
Yeah, well what about how the Revenants? Okay, how Scorpion's a Revenant, right?
Yeah.
So old Scorpion's able to talk some sense into him. But you can't talk sense into any of the Revenant. If somebody is a cyborg or if somebody is a Revenant, you cannot get across to him. But for some reason, Scorpion, you can make some sense to him if you talk to him.
Scorpion's got an open mind.
I guess so. You know, it doesn't make any sense. All those Revenants are so boring also. Like, they're always just like the same versions of themselves except they have like grayscale. Like, they're just all gray.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hanzo Hasashi dies, becomes Scorpion, completely different. Mm-hmm. Sub-Zero dies, becomes Noob Saibot, looks completely different. You know, Liu Kang dies, he becomes like gray with some armor.
Katana, Sindel.
Yeah, they just get gray with some veins on him. You know,
it's not a bad look, but I mean, why are all of them the same?
Yeah, but it's just like dark Jax, dark Raiden, like dark Liu Kang. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, now you touched on Noob Saibot. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, one of my favorite characters, and they just didn't do anything with him.
Yeah, I am beyond. Who's that? Sub-Zero's older brother, old Sub-Zero.
But Jax calls him Beyond, like he knows that he's Beyond right from the beginning.
Like young Jax calls him that?
Yeah, how do you just know that that's Sub-Zero? You can just tell, like, oh, I can tell that's Beyond. I know my name. Like, you didn't even have enough time to know Beyond or Kuai Ling. And
I mean, he's almost like worthless to the story.
It doesn't even sound like he did before. He's either doing his Dr. Claw voice from Inspector Gadget.
I didn't think about that. It does sound just like that.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Yeah. So they have that, and then
they could have done so much more.
They could have brought back old Sub-Zero, who sees himself become.
Yeah,
well, no,
pretty good.
Well, I guess they couldn't because he was dead at that point. So they could have brought older young Sub-Zero with old dead Sub-Zero, this new Cybot, with old non-dead young Okay, I'm already confused. Or would he have been Cyber Sub-Zero because he was grabbed right then by the... I'm confused now.
But anyway, they could have done a hell of a lot better new Cybot. It's just almost like he was just there to be there.
I mean, the whole Black Dragon thing, I thought it was cool. They go to their base, but then you don't see any of the Black Dragon. You just see random guys in the background. I thought we were going to see like a Cobra, Akira, Jarek, Tasia, Trimmer, just some like cameos from other Black Dragons in the background, but you didn't see any of them. Shinnok, like she comes and says, like, Shinnok, this was not your destiny. Freezes and bleeding, and then nothing happens. It's like, well, if it's not his destiny, you're pretty much allowing it to happen. You still allowed him to take the head. What was the whole stopping of the blood thing? Was that just for a trailer? Cetrion was, all the new characters, they served little purpose. Cetrion was like barely in the game. You forget she's even there. I thought she was going to be a big deal, but she wasn't. I mean, I don't see high hopes for her returning in another game since she was... Her only purpose was just for this game, and then she served very little purpose within that game. Garrus served a little bit more purpose, but then he got beat up like 3 times. You know, they show him do some cool stuff before he dies, but then he gets beat up. I don't see why he didn't rewind the chain that he's tied up in when he's thrown in the anchor, because he rewinds after Liu Kang and Kung Lao kill him, and then he rewinds, comes back. How come when you throw him in the sea, he doesn't rewind that and just come back?
I don't know, man.
The Cyberlink Quaid weren't any more effective. Like, if they're that ineffective as Cyber, they must have been the shittiest ninjas ever. They're like running from the tank all slow and get run over.
Didn't they do that whole digital thing where they can just disappear?
I guess it's only Sector can do that.
No, because, well, who grabs Sub-Zero on MK9 and does it? Is that like Cyrex and Sector, or is it just some Cyberlink?
Oh yeah, that is all of them. They all teleport, yeah.
So why the hell?
And
they fucking fly too.
You're using your brain too much. When you have your brain, you're watching this, turn it down to about a level 2, okay? Then you're gonna enjoy this, you're gonna have a great time. See, I keep leaving it on neutral on 5, and it frustrates me. And then I can't figure it out, so I turn it up to 6 or 7, because maybe if I think more, I'll figure it out, but then it makes me more pissed. I turn it up to 10, I get pissed off, and I just dial it back down to 1 or 2.
You're thinking too much, just enjoy it, okay?
It's a game. It's a story, it's a video game, alright?
Well, what are some of the best stories out there? Like Lord of the Rings, where there's so much lore and everything outside of it, and every detail and all that, and Star Wars, and that's why there's such big.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when
it.
you have such a cool idea, you can double down and go into that, but they're just kind of like, I don't know, they're just like kind of throwing a story. They're just showing, the cinematics are amazing. The facial animations are amazing.
The design is...
So they put it all into that, and then the story is just a means to an end to get those sequences in there. That's all they're trying to really doing with that, which I thought was better in the old games because they didn't have that, so they had to rely more on story. So we had Garrus, we had Collector serving little purpose, Garrus serving some purpose, Cetrion not serving any purpose. And those are your 3 new characters. Maybe Collector will appear in another game, I can see that, but Cetrion and Garrus, I don't see them having high chances because they're so story specific, and Cetrion especially didn't get to do much in this game at all.
Who's your favorite of the new?
Maybe Collector.
Yeah, definitely.
I like Collector. I thought the others are cool, but I mean, I just don't see a high chance of them coming back. And then Shao Kahn lost twice in the story when he comes back.
Yeah.
You know, once Shao Kahn died, that's where the story ended for me. Like it tricked me, you, even one of my friends. We all thought this was a good story, and then somewhere in the middle, we realized we were being fooled, and it was like a bad story. We didn't like it at all. It was about that point where Shao Kahn dies. Like, he was the most interesting part of the whole story, like the whole Outworld Civil War thing and fighting. Like, he was the coolest character. And when he died, I was just like, I think I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'll play through it. I gotta see what happens, but I'm just not into it anymore. Kotal Kahn versus Shao Kahn. You see, this is gonna be a cool thing when they fight each other. But it's like they both come off worse for it. Like, Shao Kahn loses to Kotal, then loses when they do the invasion in. So Shao Kahn loses twice. Kotal gets beat up in the beginning and then gets crippled. So it's like, for some reason you thought they would both come off looking cool in this. For some reason they both came off worse. Like, Shao Kahn seemed less intimidating. Mm-hmm. Kotal Kahn seemed less intimidating getting beat up. So I don't know how they got screwed up, but for some reason they both came off the worse for this battle.
Like, That should be the entire game within itself. A civil war in the outworld, Shao Kahn or Kotal Kahn. How fucking cool would that be of a game?
Yeah, all these, there's so many cool storylines you could do with this. I mean, NetherRealm, you know, all the stuff going on down there in Hell. I'd like to see that, but it's just like, you know.
I mean, Lucifer's even in the storyline, right?
Yeah, Lucifer. That's who Quan Chi helps Shinnok escape from, and then Shinnok tortures and kills Lucifer or something like that. And I don't know. I'd like to see all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, when you got all these kind of problems in the game, like Ronda Rousey's voice acting, I don't even pay attention to that. I don't even have time. I don't even have time to worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like it, but there's so many other things that distract you from that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just would have liked to see Fujin. Where's Fujin? He was. I think he's playing. Why is he not in this game? They just. Scarlet. She doesn't get to barely do anything. She seems cool. They redesigned her, but they don't do anything with her. So it's just. I don't know. One thing I'll say I like is they finally brought it back to where Liu Kang and Kung Lao and Katana are the more important characters. Because Sonya and Johnny Cage can be fun, but they need to be like B or C list story characters. They don't need to be the prime story characters.
Yes, I agree.
Johnny Cage is a comic relief, and don't make us like hang out with him because we're all trying to fish out of water and see how he experiences. Don't try to make a comedy out of it. Make him like a comic relief character in the background. So that's better that it didn't make him the whole story, but still, I don't know. They could have done a lot more with the fantastical ideas and all the stuff they had out there. They just kind of rushed it. They spent too much time with dumb shit, threw a bunch of other shit in the middle, and then it's got like 900 different stories and characters and stuff going on. And I don't know what the theme was supposed to be. They just rewinded time and started all over again.
Yeah, it's time shift shit. But what's Johnny Cage's movie? Timequake?
Yeah, he says that little joke in there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I forgot to bring up?
Well, I'm sure we could keep this going a whole another hour. Get into the fine details of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing I was gonna say is Kung Lao, like he's like the most jokey guy in the game.
Oh yeah.
Kung Lao. I remember Mortal Kombat 2 Kung Lao. He had that hat over his eyes, couldn't even see me. He was like cutting people in half. Like he scared me. He was like scary. Now he's just like, I am Liu Kang's equal. Like he's always like he's always like the Daffy Duck to Liu Kang's Bugs Bunny. Like he's always trying to get out of the shadow. Like I don't know. I just thought it was weird that he took the place of like I'm the funny guy now. I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Those are my lesser complaints. But yeah, so if we had to rate this game, so we gave Mortal Kombat 9 a 7 out of 10 rating. We gave Mortal Kombat X 4 out of 10 rating. What would you give Mortal Kombat 11?
5.
5. I will give it a 4. I think it's bad in different ways from Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X had a better villain, had a better intro. Mortal Kombat 11 had some cool stuff in there, like the Cyberlink Quay and Shao Kahn in there. But
Tarkatan.
Yeah, I mean, so they both had like some cool stuff, but they both had overwhelming stuff that just frustrated me.
Yeah.
So, and bad guys always winning. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a 4 too. But guys, finally got it out of the way. Maybe we'll do some more Mortal Kombat storylines. Maybe we'll do Deception and Armageddon coming up, or maybe we just don't. We'll find out. But guys,
we can get to the fine details of each chapter and talk more shit if you guys love shit talk.
Man, I don't know if I can do that. But you guys let us know what you want us to do next. We're still at a low enough level of subscribers to where we'll do whatever the hell you say right now. So before we're too big, take advantage of it. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next time.